Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's make it a fun and quick Friday craft. Stay tuned. So first, I would like to welcome all of my new subscribers and give a big thank you to the subscribers who've been with me and who have been enjoying the crafting, who have been participating in Posh Paper Lady inspired projects on Instagram, participating in the daily live chats. Just so much support from you guys every day. And I wanted to take a moment just to say thank you, because I know that you have other options that you can use your time on, and I really do appreciate you giving me some of your day. So today's project is going to be a very quick one, a very useful one, and a very cute one. You can find these awesomely cute mugs at the Dollar Tree, and you can find them really in any store. You can even get them at Starbucks with the Starbucks logo on it. You can find these in any big box store. These are everywhere. You can find cups like this on Amazon. So since I have these and they are just so perfect for autumn, I thought that I would make a sweet little holder so that, let's say you wanted to give a set to a couple and you wanted to fill it with some K-cups for the coffee or some hot chocolate, whatever. I thought it would be cute to give these as a gift and to give it in something really sweet, really useful, and very functional. And this little holder is exactly what we're going to make today. It is going to be so super simple that you will not believe it. So let's make it. So like I said, guys, this is going to be a very quick and easy project. We are not going to be using any chipboard on this at all. I do have a very heavyweight cardstock that I'll be using, and I'll be doubling it, so that will give me quite a bit of thickness to hold these cups. And I am going to place a piece in the bottom of each box so that I'll have some sturdiness there in case you actually decide to put some liquid in it and you want to give it filled. So here's what we're going to need. We're going to need a piece that is 7 by 8.5, and we will need 2 pieces that are 11.25 by 11.25. And then for the squares that we're going to put in the bottom, we're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take both of our pieces that measure 11.25 by 11.25, and we are going to score both pieces at 1 and at 4 on all 4 sides. So that's 1 and 4. And the reason why I'm going over this several times is because I am using a very thick cardstock, and I want to make sure that I get a good impression for folding. So that's 1 and 4 on all 4 sides. All right, guys, so now that we have both of our 11.25 by 11.25 inch pieces scored, we are going to fold and burnish all of those scores, and you are going to want to make sure that you do some very crisp and very tight burnishing on your scores. And for this project, if you want to go chipboard free the way that I am, the thicker your cardstock, the better. Okay, so now that we have all of our scores folded and burnished, we are going to remove 3 pieces. So we'll have these 3 corner pieces here that we need to remove. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go up to my second score mark because I want to free the tabs first. And I am going to cut straight down because I need for this to be free. Then I'll angle in on this one slightly, and then I'll angle in here, and then I can angle here, and we'll remove these 2 pieces. Then we'll cut that in half, to remove that piece. And we'll do the same thing on the remaining 3 sides. So I'm angling, and then I'll remove my corner pieces, those 2, and then I'll reduce, and we do the same thing on the other side. So I am going to free up my tabs, then I'll angle in, angle, angle, reduce. Same thing here. So angle, 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 reduce. And now we are ready to put our little box together. But before I do, on my 2 tabs that don't have, you can see on these flaps where it's angled and these 2 are straight. I am just going to angle these a little bit because it makes it easier to fold them in. So all I'm doing is angling just a little bit on this part of the flap. So now I'm going to take my glue. I am going to place my glue on my pieces, and I'm going to do 2 at a time. So then I can bring these 2 pieces up just like that, and I'll go ahead and bring up that back piece, and I'll just open these up until I have my edges nice and crisp on both sides. And then I'll use my spatula, foam folder, whatever you have, to go on the inside there and get that stuck. I'll fold this back, add my glue, and I'll do the same thing on this one. So I'm adding that glue, and then I'll fold those in, and we'll just get our box put together. I'll use my spatula to go on the inside and get it stuck. So now all we need to do is fold back our edges, place our glue, fold these in on all 4 sides, and then we'll go back and get them stuck down. So I've got them folded in. I'll use my spatula just to go in and go around until I know that they are nice and stuck. Okay, so once we have them stuck, I have already done my second box. So now we have 2 boxes, and we need to make this piece here of the holder. So we're going to bring in our piece that measures 8.5 by 7, place it in the scoreboard. We are going to score at 1/2 inch. And then we'll score at 3 3/4. And so now I will fold and burnish my scores. And then once I have it folded and burnished, on the side that doesn't have the score on it, I am simply going to use my finger blade and just remove a small portion from the end. So I'm taking off about 1/8 of an inch. But I have a little bit of that removed. When I fold it, that fold over flap is going to close a lot easier. So now all I need to do is take my tape and lay down my tape so that I can close this. And then I'll peel up my tape. I'm going to lay down one more piece. And I'll lift that up, and then I'll fold this over just like that, and I'll use my big old spatula to come back, get everything nice and stuck, and that makes it very sturdy. If you want it even sturdier, you're going to have plenty of scrap left over. You can take a scrap piece and put it on the inside. So now all I'm going to do here is I am going to take some glue and place some glue on that glue flap, and then I'll fold this over and we will get it stuck down. Okay guys, so now that we have our insert made, and that's going to go in between those two, we are going to go ahead and place down just some little scrap pieces on the inside, and these measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I'm just going to lay those on the bottom. That just gives us a little bit of reinforcement in case you want it to have liquid in your cups when you give this. So I am just placing that just like that. So there we've got our bottoms and our boxes, and now we're going to go ahead and put our boxes together with the insert. And the way that I'm going to do it is I want to make sure that I am really going to try to just match up the pattern as closely as I can. So I am going to take my glue once I'm satisfied with how I want my pattern to look. I'll take my glue and I am going to place glue all over this. Then I'm going to bring in my little midsection piece here, and all I'm doing is placing that down, making sure that I've got it nice and flush on the bottom. Then I'll use my big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck. Then I'll take my other one and I'm going to make sure that I have my pattern matched the way that I want it. And again, I'll take my glue and I'm just going to place my glue down. And then we'll get this stuck. So now I can take this piece and I am just going to join it right here, stand it up, and get it nice and stuck. And I'll press down because I want to make sure that it's stuck, but I also want to make sure that everything is nice and smooth on my sides. So when they are, then I can really put some pressure on this and we're going to let it dry. And then what I'm going to do, guys, because I just want to cover up some of the mechanics of where I've got that joined, I am going to place down this So Awesome sticker. And you don't have to do that, but I am going to place that down. Then I'm going to use my twine to make a little twine bow. Nothing big, just a little one. So all I'm going to do is take some twine. I have a tail here, and I'll just wrap this around my fingers until I have a tail like this. Then I'll just slide it off. I'll take that tail that was created, and I am just going to wrap it around once and then loop the tail through that wraparound piece. Don't pull it tight because you'll cause it to unravel. And now I have this awesome little twine bow that I can put down. So I am just going to put a little bit of glue on the back. You can use hot glue, but I am just using my Reptile Glue, and I'm going to hold that until it's stuck, and then we'll move on with the project. All right, so I have my twine bow on, and I am just going to add a little chipboard sticker embellishment right there, and I'm adding some glue to it because these stickers for some reason don't want to stick, and I thought they were fairly new, but they're not giving me the stick that I want. So I'm adding some glue. And now we've got a beautiful side to our box here. And I am going to let that stay on its side for just a minute so that we can make sure that we have these elements dry. Now, one thing that's going to happen when you make this part of the project, you're going to be left with some scrap. And we can take our scrap and just create a sweet little tag for this project. So I'm taking a piece of the scrap, folding it in half, and now I'm just going to trim away some of this and just make it a smaller tag. And my scissor cuts are not going to be precise, but they'll look okay. So there is our little tag. I am going to bring in my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, and I am going to use it on the scallop, and you can see, and you'll see the word scallop right there. So all I need to do is put my corner in and punch, and that gives me a nice little decorative touch to the corner. So at this point, I'm going to keep the decorating of this tag extremely simple. I just want to make it something that's a little cute. So I am just going to take that little chipboard piece that says fall is in the air. I'll add some glue to that. So I'll take my crocodile punch on the 1/8 setting, punch a little hole so that I can put some twine in, and we can have a tag in case you want to use it. You might not want to use it on this project, but it's just a great way of using up some of that scrap right away. And if you're not going to use it on the project right now, you might want to go ahead and just take these and put them in a bin so that as you start making projects and you have scrap, just turn the scraps into tags, and that way you'll just have a box full of tags whenever you need one. So there, we've got our tag. I think what I'm going to do here is also use my scallop edge on this one because I used it on the other one. And I think that that just adds a little bit of cuteness. So now we have our little box, and then I have these cute little cups that I have had from the Dollar Tree since last year. This one says grateful, thankful, and blessed. This one says sit back and relax. They are both the same size as your standard little coffee tumbling cup, whatever you want to call it. And I have got these in here. And if you wanted, you could punch a hole right here at the top to put your tag, or you could hang your tag from the end right here. Completely up to you, or you just might want to, like I said, just build a box full of tags. But that's just an awesome way to use your scraps as you create them. So again, we have another sweet little double holder, and all I'm going to do is add just a little bit of shredded paper to this, because I think anytime we add our shredded paper, it just adds to the cuteness. And I'm only tucking in a little bit, not a whole lot. And I'll show you guys in just a minute. And so there we have it. We have got our sweet cups in a personalized holder. You can make these for any season, any reason, any gender. And I added my shredded paper, which really helped to kick these up a notch. So I have it without the shredded paper, and I have it with the shredded paper. And so I am going to move everything out of the way so that y'all can get a very good look at all of this goodness. And don't forget about your scraps, guys. Pull those out and just start using them as you create them. And that'll help you to just beat back the ever-growing amount of scraps that you will generate as you do more and more paper crafting. So I hope that you have liked this fun, quick, and easy project. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.